Hello guys, Northern Lightseer here. I decided I wanted to come back and expand a little more on this solar eclipse global energy that I got yesterday. It just keeps coming back into my mind. And I woke up this morning feeling this really strong urge to to pull more specifically on this energy. I went ahead and pulled out the lunar eclipse energy and this sudden fiery climax abundance from Jupiter energy as well. I feel like it's all tied together, obviously, and between this lunar eclipse a couple days ago and this solar eclipse energy coming up on the 21st, there's a lot happening, and it's affecting the entire planet. I just saw 111, the entire planet. Also yesterday I mentioned the 1 2 3 4, and then I was in drive-through getting dinner and I saw 1 2 3 4 on the by the speaker. I took a picture of it, but I can't post it because I don't have a community page at the moment. But we're trying to get that back. I also kept out this head and heart energy because I feel like it's really important for us as the collective to maintain balance between our heads and our hearts. If you let one pull you too far in the one direction, it's going to be out of balance. So I feel like that is really important. There's a lot of balancing going on between light and dark, between keeping our emotions in check, okay? Because I feel like, and I can feel this energy. It is intense. It is potent. And I mean, I even had a time yesterday where I popped off at the mouth and I shouldn't have. Had to smooth that over. And it's just that it happens. I wasn't like angry or mean. Maybe a little mean. But I had to fix that. It's very easy to get into this emotional state. I finally got some sleep last night, though. Thank goodness. Those eclipse energies, I don't sleep. So, the 10th house, the world. I actually want to look up something real fast. I'm going to pause this just so that I can dig up a deck with a book in particular about the 10th house. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so I found a couple here from a couple decks. The 10th house, according to the Numinous Astro deck, regards reputation. It says career, responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, and empire. Well, isn't that interesting? I'm still learning about the houses and stuff. And so, yeah, that's quite interesting. Especially with all of the political goings-ons in the world that's making it all crazy today. We have spotlights and cameras illuminating two chairs that look like thrones there. Red carpet. Okay. And then in this other deck, the Star Codes Astro Oracle, the 10th house represents authority. We got a hiker here with some mountains out in nature. Okay, I just want to read just a little bit. The 10th house is both the boardroom and podium, the place where we strive to make our mark on the world and where we look for respect and admiration in the eyes of others. Sitting opposite the homey 4th house as part of our chart shows the quality of our public life, the nature of our ambitions, and the ways in which we go about achieving them. Ruler of our reputation, the 10th house holds clues to our profession and the responsibilities we wield, housing our relationship to the patriarchy and authority figures. This is also the seat of our political leanings. It also shows our affiliation with the establishment and the rules that we kowtow to. Planets in the 10th house are learning to stand up for themselves, to expose themselves, and to act as our mentors in the external world. The sign ruling this part of our chart is a clue to how we can apply the skills that we have mastered to be of service to society, and in doing so, gain worthwhile recognition in the wider world. When you pull this card, the 10th house is asking you to trust in your own self-sufficiency. What would it take for you to believe that you truly have got this, and that nothing and no one can take away the wisdom gained from the life skills you have mastered? Anywhere there is self-doubt, remember that you are the CEO of your own life and that you get to call the shots. Feel free to consult with your personal board of directors, family, friends, mentors, teachers, but ultimately it's your prerogative to make whatever decisions are in service of taking whatever next step is most aligned in your soul's purpose. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? There's a lot of controversy, there's a lot of division, there's a lot of hatred, there's a lot of spewing, there's a lot of venom, lying, backstabbing, all of the things happening within this world right now. I sit back sometimes and think, I can't even believe I just can't even hardly wrap my brain around the kind of things that are happening in this world. And it just keeps on spinning like nothing ever happened. Because tomorrow, something else is going to take the news line, the headlines. It's a lot. And it's really hard when you are an empath or an intuitive, a sensitive, clairvoyant, whatever it is, to handle all of this turmoil and conflict and hate and division when we're just trying to shed light and love and peace. Let there be peace. A lot of us are here. Like, we want to be left the fuck alone. Climbing the mountain by ourselves. Like, this is more than what's happening on the surface of the planet. This is about what's happening within. Because all of that comes from somewhere. From within. Every single person out there acting a fool, acting a clown, it comes from within. And there's a lot of people out there that need a lot of work. They need to do a lot of work on themselves. I'm not going to bother reading anymore. Let's pull some tarot. How about that? Let's pull some cards. Okay. We're just going to put this guy right here. My unicorn got moved. Or something moved. Okay. We're going to put this 10th house right here. I want to pull some cards from the Tree of Life Oracle. Here I just have the Major Arcana. Angels, ancestors, and guides. Let's do 3 Major Arcana on this eclipse global energy that is super thick right now. Yeah, bottom of the deck, strength. Also, lust is there. But defending the weak, peacekeeping, and sincerity. Strength against what? The devil. Truth, illusions, and trust. Okay, so illusions about truth and trust as well. And then we have the Hierophant with the Judgment. Isn't that interesting? Let's see if any want to shuffle out. The Hierophant signifies loyalty, kindness, and guidance. Judgment, fortitude, renewal, and truths revealed. I just got not illuminated, but the word fortitude caught my attention yesterday. I can't remember where it came about, but that word like stuck out at me at some point during the course of my day. Wow. We got death and the moon. These flew out together, so this is giving me there's a lot of changes. And there's a death and rebirth cycle happening in the shadows, in the dark. So basically, what I'm getting, I saw the sun too. So whatever's happening out in the daylight, where everybody can see, where it's all crazy, okay? There's other things going on behind the scenes, and they want to keep your attention on what's over here so you can't see what's going on over there, right? What's going on over here is this. Evolution, simplicity. And then this one says grief, rebirth, and transformation. We also have the animal kingdom on this moon. So pay attention to the animals around you. Okay. It's interesting that we have the devil and the Hierophant out here, along with judgment and strength. There's this Pisces energy right here too, with the 2 fish. And there's the Pisces sign. Pisces rules the moon. We just had the Pisces lunar eclipse. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And Pisces lunar eclipse brought this death and rebirth energy. Boom. That's the message right there. Here is where I want to concentrate. This energy. There's a strong devilish energy cloaking this earth right now. Where does the devil live? Supposedly middle of the earth. Okay? It's like boiling, it's like seething out through the earth and spilling out over the surface. That could be that volcano energy I got yesterday too. Just something to think about. The Hierophant with Judgment. Okay. Anyone that's out there spilling hatred and spewing venom and doing all of the gross bottom feeder, nasty kind of energy, there will be judgment. There's a lot of the judges out there that are activist judges that are trying to stop a lot of things that they shouldn't be. They're concerned with matters outside of their pay grade and education level. They got nothing on this. Once we expire and we stand in front of those gates for judgment, every single life's event will be addressed. Did you live your life as a liar, a con artist, and a thief? Or did you defend the weak, keep the peace, and stay sincere and kind in your heart? Spread the love and the light. Which one was it? Were you in devil energy or were you in light energy? Judgment Day will come for every single one of us. And with this global type energy here, it could be a global judgment for all of us. We hear a lot about Judgment Day in tarot. So I was drawn to this deck. It's called Weird World Tarot because let me tell you, it's a weird world out there. So I flicked through the deck. I like it. I have never used it. It's just sitting over here. And so I'm going to go ahead and use it today. I don't like to talk about sensitive subjects like religion and politics in my videos, but we're pretty much drowning and inundated in it right now, and so of course it's going to come out. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. And I don't allow discussions of politics and religion and things like that to occur in my home because it's not the place for it. There's a time and a place, right? We have people out there that's all they want to talk about. That's how they identify, whatever. And it's just, there's just a lot of, it's a lot of madness out there right now. Got the 4 swords at the bottom of the deck with the 5 of wands. And then look, death. We need healing. 4 swords from all of this chaos, from all this fighting. Okay, there's they're fighting. This is a battle. We need healing. This is depicting fall season in the northern hemisphere, or we're getting ready. We're going into fall right now, or we're in fall. But we need rest, recovery from all this. You got to learn how to separate yourself from this. You got to learn to pull away from this. Because this is always happening. Everywhere you go. People are afraid to leave their homes. For fear of death and heartbreak. Okay? Death, fear, loss, grief. We have that right here. Well, I did see it. Where was it? I must have put it back in the deck. Oh, no, right here. It says grief right here on this death card. I just heard chaos. And it's interesting that I set these two cards right on top of this 10th house card. So it's a lot of chaos and fighting going on within our authority. Like the people that are supposed to protect the civilians, they can't, there's no getting along. There's no compromise. There's no getting along at all. And it's just causing death and destruction everywhere. And it's sad. All right. I'm going to actually move these just a little bit so I have room. Spirit, what is the collective's energy regarding all of this? I thought I saw one flip over. Nope. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords and the Fool. Nine of Swords and the Fool. So, Nine of Swords is stressed, up at night, can't sleep, worried, stressed. Stressed came through twice. Well, and I feel like this Fool energy is kind of giving me, like, thinking about a new beginning. Desperately praying, hoping, wishing for the sun to come out. It's dark in this picture. Dark. Like this devil and death energy. Oop. We need, some light. Light and dark. I picked up that energy really heavy with that yin-yang energy crowning the spread. Shadow versus light. We're living in a dark, dark world right now. The only light that we have is candlelight. Okay? But one candle can illuminate an entire room. Remember that. But I think we're getting to the point to where we're getting to the edge there of we're getting to the point to where it's getting really imperative and important that this sun comes out and shines light on everything. Ooh, that could be what this is. The general consensus and the public, the collective, is just waiting for the light to come out and illuminate everything. Thank you, Spirit. This is a tough energy to read. Yeah, we got the Queen of Cups at the bottom. We're ready to move forward with the Chariot, with love. The collective is sick of this disgusting energy that is happening all over the world. What is the foundation of this energy read? The Emperor. World leaders, I just heard. He came out right side up. So this is an emperor that is in good standing. The people trust him. The people understand. He's transparent. He knows his shit. And he comes down with an iron fist. If he would have come out upside down, then we'd have a bigger problem on our hands. This would mean we have a leader, wherever you are, that is corrupt and crooked and mean. But no, he came out right side up. I'm not naming no names, but I know you know. I ain't saying no names. Yeah, right underneath the, so bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant with the Nine of Pentacles. Come back here, Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, I didn't even get to ask. Ace of Wands. Flipped over in my deck. Does that not look like a tornado? In the recent past? I'm getting, oh, I just heard ideology. Yeah, ideology. With the five of Cups and the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck on that one. Wow. Ideologies in the recent past that kicked up a big old storm. Cyclone. What do cyclones and tornadoes do? They're very destructive. All these ideologies are destructive. Leaving people out in the cold. Leaving people hurt or unalived. What's crowning this spread? Judgment. Holy shit. That's insane. Judgment Day. Okay. Judgment Day. Got the ten of Cups here at the bottom. The only thing that sticks out at me is a rainbow. Anyway, there, like I said, Judgment Day will come for each and every one of us as our time comes. When it's our time. But it's also this. For us as a collective. Moving forward, Spirit, moving forward. The Page of Cups. This is acts of service, kindness, leading with love. Even small acts of kindness go a long way. We got the Eight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles. Light. Spreading light and love. Got the High Priestess underneath that. Okay. Moving forward, the advice here from Spirit is to always lead with love, small acts of kindness, being of service to your society. I got Justice at the top, just peeled it off the top there. Balancing of the scales. Keeping it balanced. Keeping that light and dark balanced. Keeping the head and the heart balanced. Keeping your emotions in check. What else is under there? Yeah, strength. Two of Wands. This is what drew me to this deck. This picture right here. As I was looking through it. See how he's got that world in his hand? Because the way I see this is this sphere here has mountains above or a murky under, like, that's just the tip of the tip of the iceberg, right? Quote unquote. This looks uninhabitable. This looks hard. This looks difficult. And underneath here, I just heard all is not as it seems. They're trying to keep your attention up here, and so you ignore what's going on down here. You can't see it. It's hidden. It's in the shadows. It's underwater. No light down there. But he's got a world. He's got his own world here. This is evenly balanced. I feel like your world is what you make it. What did that little article say? Hold on just a second. There was a piece of it that stood out. Planets in the 10th house are learning to stand up for themselves, to expose themselves, and to act as mentors in the external world. The sign ruling this part of our chart is a clue to how we can apply the skills that we have mastered to be of service to society, and in doing so, gain worthwhile recognition in the wider world. Sorry, guys, I was reading. The 10th house is asking you to trust in your own self-sufficiency. Being self-sufficient. You are the CEO of your own life, and you get to call the shots. Anywhere there is self-doubt, remember that. It's your prerogative to make whatever decisions are in service of taking whatever next step is most aligned in your soul's purpose. The 10th house, the element it represents, is earth. It's ruled by the sign of Capricorn. Okay, we have the devil energy out here. Capricorn is ruled by the devil. Ruled also by the planet Saturn. Okay, Saturn is Daddy Karma. Big Daddy Saturn. I also just read that Uranus went into retrograde until... It's going to be in retrograde for a long time. This is about what your soul calling, your 10th house. Outside of everything that is happening out there in the world. This is an energy that's calling for us to look inside and do what's good for us. Do what's good for you as a person, as an individual, as a member of this society. What are you contributing? Does your career align with that? That's the kicker. Can you really live a life of love and light if you work in a career 3333 of deception and lies? This Emperor here, he's in the right side up. He's doing it right. And I feel like I just heard he gets a lot of hate. There's judgment crowning, okay? There will be judgment. Let's do some clarifiers. I'm keeping this Ace of Pentacles here on the bottom of this deck. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and clarify with this out of hand deck because it's out of hand. It's a weird world and it's out of hand. Where's my box? Yeah. It's a weird world. And it's out of hand. I think it's fitting. I really do. Or that's just my sense of humor. I don't know. It's just the decks I'm drawn to for this message. Ace of Swords. truth, honesty. I just heard it's gonna cut like a knife. Okay. I feel like I'm going to put these right here with this bottom of the deck stack I've got here with this Four of Swords, Five of Wands energy. Because I've also got the Wheel of Fortune here. Things are about to take a turn. Things are about to turn around and bring the Six of Wands energy. Victory, peace. Spirit, please clarify this Nine of Swords with the Fool energy here. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Been waiting a long time for even just some small acts of service to present themselves. Maybe even waiting a long time to see someone actually being kind. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe it's been a while since you've seen someone with a kind heart. I'm getting the waiting energy here with this Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles also represents its time. Like you've been waiting a long time and now is the time. Now is the time to get into this Page of Cups energy and keep it moving forward. We got the Star here. Bottom of the deck. Wish fulfillment. Hopes, wishes, and dreams. That's what I said here. This person sitting here hoping, wishing, and waiting for this sun to come out and illuminate all. We're all being kept in the dark right now. And we have been. And I feel like this Emperor here is bringing the light. I feel like the light is starting to come through. It's starting to come through. I can't remember where I had this. I'm just going to stick it right there. Clarify this Emperor. Ooh, that was fast. Five of Wands. Yeah. Okay. We got the Knight of Wands, the Fire Pony underneath there. So I feel like this is his energy. And he's, with this Five of Wands energy here, this is the same as this. A lot of battles to fight. They're playing the cat's cradle game here. He's having to be strategic, and I feel like there's a lot of people involved, a lot of hands in the pot. I just heard, but he's got some gumption. Like he got some energy, and he's moving forward. This Emperor never stops, never sleeps. Always on the go, always doing something. And with this Five of Wands energy, it has to do with this. He's doing something about this. That's the turnaround. This is the Ace of Swords. He's carrying this Ace of Swords. And he will bring peace and victory. Clarify that Ace of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Star. Again, ideology. Something small, a small idea or some kind of research blew up because of personal hopes, wishes, and dreams. They created a mountain out of a molehill. and it ended up being destructive. Clarify this judgment. The Fool. One more. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is ships to come in. This card depicts packing up to leave. This Fool represents, okay, going out the door, leaving. I feel like Judgment is crowning this spread with the Fool and the Three of Wands, because there's a lot of people going to be leaving. There's a lot of people already left, but a lot of people are, judgment is upon them. Judgment is upon them. This is the new beginning. Some people may feel called to leave. Interesting. Clarify this Page of Cups with the Eight of Wands moving forward. The Sun. Yeah. Bring the light. Always. The sun will come out. The sun illuminates all. The sun illuminates those living in love and light. Peace. Those that want the love and light and the peace. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, I've got the Nine of Pentacles, Judgment, Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. This is giving me, yeah, this is pre-Empress energy. But I feel like if this was to fly out of my deck, it'd fly out in reverse, because the energy I'm getting is reversed energy. And it's judgment against being greedy. Judgment for being greedy. Bottom of the deck. Three of Pentacles with the Emperor. I feel like this is the Emperor working together with other people, building something new from the ground up. Signing contracts, orders. Yeah. Wearing down this devil energy with the Nine of Wands. Devil energy getting tired. That devil energy is played out. That is real interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and get one oracle out here, and then I'm going to let you go. I didn't even mean for this one to be this long. I'm pulling from the Golden Future Oracle. I haven't ever used this one. I used it once in a personal reading, which, by the way, if you would like a personal reading, you can still hit me up in my email, thenorthernlightseer.com, or at gmail.com, I'm sorry, thenorthernlightseer@gmail.com. All of my information on my YouTube channel is still accurate. Food. Choose locally grown organic produce. That book said, focus, worry about your own self-sufficiency. That's what I'm getting here. lot of people are growing their own food because we can't rely on it to be provided for us. Absolutely not. You want to eat, you got to go out and get it. Jump shift your life. Tune into crystals. Crystal healing. Okay, carry your crystals around. Jump shift your life. I feel like we are going through a shift. So definitely carry your crystals around that keep you balanced and grounded. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Planetary cleansing. Boom. Keep your space pure and clear. But that, okay. This is a planetary cleansing if I ever saw one. These are beautiful cards. Psychic gifts. Learn to trust your intuition. And again, the animal kingdom. Listen to your animal guides. And since that keeps coming out, okay, we have education here. Expand your right brain creativity. Okay? And free energy. Be a powerhouse. I want to get, I know I said I was going to do that and be done, but I want to get an animal guides card. Oh, that's a tarot. That'll work. That'll work. I don't know that I've used this one either. Okay. That's interesting. I have all these decks that I've never used. Well, here we go. Let's do it. This is a big old deck. Okay. Why? Oh, okay. Got it. This is a giant deck. Wow. This is the Animal Guides Tarot. I've never used this one. Brand new deck. Notice I have used three brand new decks today that I've never used before. That's significant. Seven of Earth. That's that Seven of Pentacles energy. I don't know where it is now. It's buried, but I had it out here. It says, the planning, resources, and efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. The animal is a cow. Let's see what else. Ooh, these are nice cards. I like them. Big old deck, but they're smooth. We have the Six of Earth, which is represented by the kiwi. And we have the High Priestess, which is represented by the owl. You all know I love my owl. The kiwi says, your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship. In return for these blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. Again, kindness. Don't be greedy. That's that. Thank you, Spirit. That's that Nine of Wands energy I was picking up on. Or Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Judgment. I picked that up. Thank you for the confirmation. The High Priestess, Owl, says, this is a time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. Pay attention to your intuition, because there's a lot out there that people don't want the public to see, keeping it out of the public eye. What's happening over here? They want to keep you focused over here, so you can't see what's going on over here, and that's very real. Justice tried to fling out with the elephant. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. I love that. That's why this Emperor came out right side up. He's going to bring balance and fairness, equality, peace. He's I just heard he's wise like an elephant, and also too got the memory of a steel trap. Long memory. All right, let's do one more. One more, Spirit, one more. Zebra. Ooh. Balance, baby. Did you see how long it took for me to get to it? Before Spirit was like, bling. Yeah. Spirit knows. By merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea. Compromise with others and collaborate to discover a better solution. Okay, I couldn't have said it better. Spirit just knows exactly what's up. Yeah, look, we have the wheel at the bottom. Check it out. This is represented by the reindeer, the caribou. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. This right here, all of this balancing of the energies and compromise and working together, fair decisions, equality. Okay, that's what's going to get this wheel unstuck, and that's what's going to get it moving. All this clashing and controversy and fighting, okay, that it's got the wheel stuck. It can't move like that. We need to balance it out. Follow your intuition. Pay attention to it. Focus on your own world, and then do what you can to keep the wheels and cogs of the wheel moving. You got to grease the wheel, right? Small acts of service with the Page of Cups. A little bit goes a long way. No need to be getting greedy like a lot of people do out there. That creates this Five of Wands energy. Wow. It just Spirit never ceases to amaze me. I love you guys. This went a little longer than I thought it would, but here we are. I will be back soon with another one. Like, share, subscribe. Hit me up for a personal reading if you would like. Northern Lights, the Northern Lights here at gmail.com. Have a good day. Peace, love, and light.